So let's explore how we can build real layouts where we don't just have a bunch of centered texts and buttons. And for this, I will actually clean up my JSX content, and I will remove this style prop here on the outer view for the moment, and remove all the styling here in this style sheet object, but I will keep the style sheet object. And now here in my view, I actually want to add another view, and below that, another view. Now I'm doing this because I want to start building a basic interface here that allows us to manage goals. And the first view, the first nested view here, I should say, should actually hold the input area where users can enter the text for their goal and click a button to add that goal. And the second view should later hold the list of goals that are rendered. And I'm using two views as wrappers to have a clear separation between these two areas, and because that will help me with styling. So for this, I'll then therefore start by adding a text input component here in the first view. This is a component that allows users to enter text, and like all components, all core components, we need to import it from React Native. Now, text input is a self-closing component, and here we can, for example, add some placeholder text, as you could add it to an input element in the web, and say your course goal. Then, next to it, I want to add a button with a title of add goal. And then here in this view, I will add a text element where I say list of goals, and later this will become a real list. Now, if we save all of that, we see that everything is crunched here at the top. We also see that it goes beneath the status bar, and there would be different ways of fixing this. For the moment, I'll fix it by giving this outer view a style prop and defining a style which I'll name app container. And in there, I'll add a padding of, let's say, 50 pixels. And then here we can refer to styles.appContainer to add this padding to the overall outer view. Now, if we save this, we can see that there is more space around our UI. Again, later we will learn about different ways of making sure that we don't interfere with those native status bars and so on. Now, still, this is not the layout I want. For example, I want the button to be next to this input, not beneath it. I also want to have more space between the list of goals, and maybe this area where we add a goal should take up a quarter of the overall height, and the list should take up the rest. And that's where we need new styling features, styling properties about which we haven't learned before. Specifically, we need Flexbox.